We are going to recreate the synth from the Annihilation movie, and this song in this movie is honestly legendary, but in the actual movie, during the film, they kind of blend this song, which is the score, with a Moderat tune called The Mark. Yeah, it's awesome. You can tell they took a lot of like inspiration from that, and the sound that we're going to be making is this one. Chilling, suspenseful kind of resound. First and foremost, I have this just at like a F2. I'm going down to a B. And then we're going to open Serum2 because we're fancy. Basically, you could just pop on basic shapes. And if you want to throw like a little sub layer underneath to warm it up, that's up to you. It doesn't really need it, but it gives a little bit of warmth. We're going to shape this. I'm going to shape this filter here. Turn on free mode. I'm just going to kind of shape this like this. Just so we kind of get a bit of a filter on here to kind of close it up. But most of the sound just comes from a basic sawtooth, but an analog, pop it over to a saw around it, just because I like this one. It feels a little bit more analog. And then we're going to up the unison to 7 and then take the detune down to like 007. No, just take it down so it's not too thick. And you can do whatever you want with this wavetable. I kind of like to, when it comes to synths, just to give it a little bit more like analog character, and so it's not totally like flat digital sounding. I will add like a little bit of some variability to the synth, so this kind of moves, and then just put this on free, so there's a little bit of like humanization and like feeling to it. It's not going to do much, but you can add this to the level a little bit too, just to give it a little bit of texture. And I'm going to add a lot of drive into this, and then we're going to go right into the effect. And I have a distortion on here, and I'm going to cut a lot of the lows, not too much. We don't need too much of it, but then I'm going to boost a little bit of the resonance, just so it has like a little bit of a bump in this area. I might even add a little bit of a bump just into the body of it, just around 500 or so, just so we have a little bit more fullness to the sound. You can kind of hear it taking pretty good shape. Maybe let's spread this out just a little bit. And then I'm going to add some unison. So I'm just going to add a little bit of chorus and then bump this up, just so there's a little bit of texture. And then I'm going to throw the compressor down here and then kind of compress the lows out of it. I don't want too much of that high end, so I'm going to add another filter and then drive this up. And then I'm going to take this shape again and then kind of use the filter, just so it has that character. It doesn't drop all the way down to a silent. And then the real trick with this synth is actually kind of just dropping a bit of a delay on it. And you could take the EQ on the delay down so you're not muddying it up a bunch, but maybe you want to try this in like a more feedback, and then maybe up to like an 1/8 note. And as you can tell, it just kind of fills the space a little bit, and then maybe take the chain off this and just offset it a little bit so there's a little bit more variability and humanization to the sound. And that gives it a lot of like flavor. And then from here, you're pretty much done. I kind of like to beef things up. Maybe I'll add another. That's just me, just to kind of like offset a little bit more texture. Just so there's a little bit of warmth to it. Cut it down. Add some of this in there just to warm it up. I like a little bit more distortion. And there you go. That's pretty much it. Figured I would drop a quick video on there and update the last video I did inside of Current. Took me a lot longer. But now we got Serum2, and I love the synth. You can do so much with it. And yeah, enjoy that. Have a good day. Peace.